సో ఇప్పుడు just what would you like tell to your younger self if you just take yourself back? Let's say if you become 18, right? Is there anything that you will tell to yourself, like,
No, look out for opportunities and work hard, right? That's always the mantra. If I were to go back and think about it, the only thing I in my career, I tend to be more conservative. That's the only thing I would say myself. You don't have to be conservative. You have what it takes to be successful. You can easily, you have to judge, you have to trust your judgments and then move on. Make it into bold decisions. Only thing I'll say for younger kids or whatever it is in the current world is, you need lot of experiences. Like you're saying, diversity of thoughts and everything else, right? For me, I've worked in R&D and I've worked in manufacturing, right? So two areas I've worked. I wish I would have worked in commercial side. I wish I worked in sales and marketing as well, right? That gives you a very unique perspective, and not many people can do that. A lot of people say, yeah, you can't jump every time now and then. But there is also an optimum time. You can't be doing it every 6 months, right? So you have to stay for a role, because in order to build credibility within a big organization, it takes time.
Right. Yeah.
It does take time. It's not easy to build credibility in 1 year. I've seen that roles. It's very difficult. It takes time. How do you? So the only thing, the person who can be successful in a corporation is really the one who can build credibility very fast. And so the way, because everybody works hard, you're working hard, and then you have to communicate also.
Yeah, exactly.
That you're working very hard and build that credibility. So very few people can do that.
Correct.
If you think back about and look back at any of the successful leaders in the organization, you will see that as a common trait. These are people who have demonstrated at an extremely fast pace on how to be successful and how to be credible within the organization, that they can be counted on.
Correct.
For giving the projects, drive the projects, whatever it takes, right? And that is the biggest difference I see. We can all bring something to the table for sure at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a team, right?
Yeah, right.
So ఇప్పుడు యంగర్ జనరేషన్ కి కెమికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఇప్పుడు తీసుకోవాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళకి కానీ, ఎర్లీ కెరియర్ లైక్ కెమికల్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కానీ, వాట్ వుడ్ యూ సే? లైక్ you advise them to take chemical engineering, or you would say like, hey, this is not, or maybe some other choices, or what is your advice?
It doesn't matter really, Madhavi. Chemical engineering aina, electrical aina, computer science aina, whatever they're interested in, right? Go with what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Specifically chemical engineering gurinchi cheppante, chemical engineering is still considered as one of the toughest engineering courses out in the market, right? When you talk about somebody, tell them, hey, you did a chemical engineering, and it's a different thing, right?
Yeah.
It is.
You will have your own like.
It's got its aura.
Whatever standard they will look at it.
Right. And career paranga, there are a lot of chemical engineers, which provides a lot of diversity in terms of your jobs. There are chemical engineers who have gone completely into IT world. Correct. There are people like me who have gone into polymers, like you who have developed the R&D side of things. There are people who went on into controls like Mandu and all, that eventually went into Wall Street, for example, because they're student in the programming,
data science, or
exactly,
like
predictive models, on that side of things as well. So it offers a very diverse things, right? So it doesn't really, and there are people who came from electrical background also who ended up there. So it really doesn't. I have at my work who are very strong mechanical engineers, for example, and those people are very successful in my organization as well.
Yeah.
Right. So so again, it doesn't matter what your specific stream major is. Do if you're passionate about it, get into it. Give your best, but don't stop. Right. చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఫేజ్ లో ఉన్నాం మనం ఇప్పుడు అందరం కూడా లైఫ్ లో. దిస్ హోల్ నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్ కి అంతా కూడా AI, tools they have, indispensability, what they have, right, at the fingertips.
Automation,
Like
AI,
information, right? మనం
digitization.
చదువుకుంటున్నప్పుడు డిస్టిలేషన్ కాలమ్స్ అవన్నీ మనం ఇంకా గీసేవాళ్ళం.
Yeah,
ఇక్కడ అవసరం లేదు కదా.
yeah.
Like it's very different world out now. The speed of which you spend focus on what do you really spend time on, right? On what you learn. How do you leverage the technology to help you make better decisions and a better product, for example, right? That becomes more critical in any roles.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's very different out there right now.
So if you were given a choice, like after, like, let's say now rewind 18 years, right? You got 18 now.
Yep.
So would you, after knowing that time, manake em teliyadu kada, okay, chemical engineering, you would make the same choice now if you like given that again, or no? You would, I don't know. Just a funny question, maybe. I don't know.
Right. No, that's okay. The only thing I would I must have done a little better is on my computer courses back in, right, మనం చదువుకున్నప్పుడు Fortran లేదు. That is one area maybe we could have focused a little bit more.
But you would do the same thing, right? You take chemical engineering, maybe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I don't have any regrets at all with what we're doing. We're very happy. We're very content with what we have today. I've seen people who have done more than me, less than me, right? It's okay. Life is it's very unique in everybody's thing.
It's an absolute, right? With success is very independent, right? It's the person specific.
Correct. Yeah. It's very personal, person to person dependent.
Person to person. Okay.
Ultimately, what matters is what makes you happy.
Okay.
You design the product and be happy. That is good for you.
That's whatever makes you happy is what.
Correct.
సో ఏదైనా ఒకటి అప్పుడు నాకు నీకు చిన్నప్పుడు అంటే ఒక ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ బ్యాక్ ఇండియాలో ఉన్నప్పుడు తప్పు అనిపించింది, ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని ఇయర్స్ తర్వాత అప్పుడు నేను అలా ఎందుకు అనుకున్నాను, ఇది ఇప్పుడు అది అలా స్టూపిడ్ గా అప్పుడు, కానీ ఇప్పుడైతే అది నాకు ఇది లేదు, అలా అనిపించలేదు అనేది ఏమైనా ఉందా అలాగా? చేంజ్ అయింది, చేంజ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్.
I don't know. I mean, I can't think specific even తట్టట్లేదు అలాగా. There is always something that we learn, right? There is younger self is always more ignorant. That is what wisdom is all about. And we will tend to learn from our own mistakes, right? Those are the best things that can teach you. And you also will observe how other people are doing, what other mistakes have done, and you correct your course, of course, right? As that part as well. నాకు అట్లాగా రిగ్రెట్స్ అవి ఏమీ లేవు, ముందు చేసినవి ఇట్లాగా అని. I like anything, right? Have more fun and be happy is the only thing. That's all. Which I don't think I couldn't have done anything better than this so far.
Yeah. So మనము ఎలా ఇప్పుడు వర్క్ లైఫ్ పిల్లలు కూడా ఉన్నారు కదా, ఎలా బ్యాలెన్స్ ఎలా అవుతుంది మనోహర్? దీప్తితో మళ్ళీ హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ చిన్న పిల్లలు కూడా ఉన్నారు కదా, స్ట్రెస్, హాబీస్, అట్లా ఏంటి?
You have to find things and make out on your priorities. That's all it is, right? It's always about priorities. Personal life lo కానీ professional life lo కానీ, it is always about prioritizing what is important for as a whole, for a family or for yourself longer term, right? And then go deal one thing at a time. There is a lot of things that you have to, రేపొద్దున్న ఒక మా పిల్లలకి మొత్తం నాకు అన్ని కలిపి 10 యాక్టివిటీస్ ఉంటాయి, but I can only do one thing at a time, right? Take one thing at a time, take it slow, and when you're doing it, have a moment to reflect and then enjoy and then proceed. That's what it is. And like anybody else, right? We all need some time to and discipline to take a break. We don't be disciplined to take a break. We get carried away sometimes. So there are times where we have to reflect, pause.
ఏంటి స్ట్రెస్ బస్టర్ లాగా అంటే ఏంటి? జస్ట్
stress buster, most of it is you have to let the వర్క్ పరంగా స్ట్రెస్ బస్ట్ అయితే నాకు ఎక్కువ పని ఉండిపోతే కనుక అలాగా ఐ విల్ గెట్ ఇట్ వెరీ స్ట్రెస్డ్ అవుట్. చాలా స్ట్రెస్ క్రియేట్ అవుతా ఉంటుంది. సో the thing what I will try to do is I'll try to get my job done as best as I can for that day. So I have fewer things to carry for the next day, basically. That gives me very good sound sleep. I don't have to think about it in the night when I sleep. That's the biggest thing. The other stress buster is take a break completely, right? Get a
vacation, like complete the switch off.
Vacation only మామూలుగా day to day కూడా when you talk to your colleagues or everything else, right? It's not just work, right? Talk with them beyond work, right? Talk with them, check with the family, how they're doing, how's the weather there and everything else. These are extremely important in terms of forming your personal relationship and telling them, hey, we're all humans, we need to connect each other better. And that is how we can make progress. We can understand each other better.
Yeah
For doing greater things.